What's up, party people? Welcome back. We have a shoe review here, and it is first off. Shouts out to Size Canada. Shouts out to Size in general. And usually I do podcasts on here, but might as well do sneaker reviews as they come in because it is something I am so lightly passionate about. Do follow me on TikTok and IG at Sullivan Ryan, where I talk about shoes a lot as well over there. So, anyways, this is the size exclusive New Balance 1906R Diamond District. And without any further ado, there she blows. This is, it takes inspiration from New York City pawn shops and the vintage watches that get sold, traded, and bought within those pawn shops. So obviously, it looks like a Rolex. It kind of looks like a Rolex, to be frank. And it has some cool details. It's got some nice hairy suede here around the toe box, as well as throughout the upper, like this green here. Let's get some better light in here. This green in here is hairy suede as well. And yeah, I mean, if you don't know the 1906R, it is a very comfortable shoe. It is on the same sole as the 2002R, which is a great thing. So, I mean, that's very comfortable. I don't know too much about the technology within, but if I mean, unless you've been living under a rock, you probably have a 2002R or a 1906R already, and you're stoked on them because they're max comfortable. They really, truly are. So, is this colorway for you? I mean, it's up to you. What I think is interesting about this particular colorway is that it's different. It's kind of ugly, and that's like a good thing. It's like fire ugly. Do you know what I'm saying? Oftentimes there's shoes that we pick up in our comings and goings that like are kind of no brainers. Like they're going to be popular. That they're no they're going to be a hit. They're going to be um, flying off the shelves. But something like this, where it kind of takes a little bit more stilo to pull off outfits, is kind of fun. It's sort of a challenge because I think on first look on the shelves in a sneaker store, might be one that you kind of skip over. But it's definitely one that is for collectors, that's for sure. Like I've seen New Balance IG pages and collectors already kind of freaking out about this because it is so unique. So this is the Diamond District New Balance 1906R, size exclusive. So there is a store, if you don't already know, believe originated in the UK, but now is definitely in Canada, and I don't think in the United States, but I definitely could be wrong about that. These dropped in Canada yesterday, and I think Europe is going to be on Saturday, November 4th. But I mean, it does have, I mean, the 1906R, what's interesting about the silhouette is all the different panels. You have all this different, these overlays and such, and different materials. And so it's a great collab shoe for that reason, because there's all these different elements that you can play with. This is the second 1906R size exclusive. I actually have the first one right back here. Try to avoid a shoe avalanche. And there's the first one, which I think is fire. I like these a lot. These were a no-brainer. These came out earlier this year in 2023, and I bought them on drop day. I was kind of surprised to see them sit around as long as they did, but that's fine. I like all shoes, hype shoes, non-hype shoes, general release. Um, but yes, the counterpart to this green is like a mostly gray with blue detailed 1906R. I didn't get those, but I was fortunate enough that Size Canada hooked me up with these little babies. And yes, a very comfortable shoe. Again, same outsole as the 2002R, which is a cushy, comfortable. I think it's a good gym shoe. It's obviously a good day-to-day shoe. I don't know if it's like I wouldn't take it as far as like a marathon shoe or like a trail running shoe, but the 1906R is definitely good for lifestyle and definitely good for some light work like gym and or like 5K. But yeah, I mean the colorway, I think it's polarizing. I think you either love or you hate it. But that's what I like about them is that it's sort of challenging. It's not just a classic kind of what I'm saying, like black shoe or like white and blue shoe or like whatever. It's not so much a no brainer, but every piece, like every element of the shoe, has a different texture. You see these little lace locks here that tie into the actual shoelaces. Like these are actual extension of the laces that they don't really move or they don't actually. Well, no, I mean it does. Your foot does. The laces do pull on those, but that's an interesting feature of the 1906R is that the two vertical bars of the N are uh, integrated into the lacing system. So, as usual with the 1906R, you've got the roll cage in the back, and that's pretty much what's up with this shoe. What more is there to say? It retails at 210 Canadian, so it's a little bit more premium. I think a standard 1906R is about a buck 80, a buck 90. So it's a little bit more premium, but it is a little bit more exclusive. It is, in fact, the size exclusive. So, yeah, thanks once again to Size Canada. And drop below what you think of these. If you're picking them up, if you're going to grab them and flip them, if this is a pass. But there's definitely interesting textures throughout. This is kind of like AstroTurf, almost like hairy green suede. It'll be interesting to see that age along with this hairy suede toe cap. Um, but certainly different, and they did their thing. It's unique for sure. So that's what's up. That's the Diamond District size exclusive New Balance to 1906R. Later.